Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. It is Monday, August 2nd. Can you believe that it is August already? Around here in Northern Illinois, everyone's starting to get ready for school. The school that I work at, we start school in 2 weeks. We have the entire student body starting in 2 weeks. Freshmen start on Friday the 13th, and then everybody starts on the 16th. So we are in full mode for getting back to school. I can tell the stores are getting busy and everything's starting to get a little crazy. And it looks like you guys are jumping on. We've got Cheryl and Nikki and Glenda. Hi, thanks for watching. Nancy. Okay, give me a minute to get my computer up here so that I can see any comments. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so today is the last day for the designer paper sale. And then tomorrow begins Sale-a-Bration and the holiday catalog. Yes, we have another round of Sale-a-Bration. So this is kind of fun. This is the first year we've done having a second round. So it begins tomorrow and goes through the end of September. So lots of fun little things. And I want to share, I don't have, the last few weeks I've been doing like all one theme. This time I just kind of wanted to showcase some things for you. So we are going to get right at it. I'm going to flip my camera down. So give me a minute here and let me take it out of here, drop it down. All right, give me just a minute. Almost. Close your eyes. I'm going to come back up again. All right, let's get the volume down over here because I can hear myself. Got an echo. All right. Debbie Cox, thanks for joining. All right, let's get this back a little bit. Okay, so you guys should have received in the mail from me the Sale-a-Bration and the holiday catalog. Like I said, they start tomorrow. So there are some fabulous, you ready? Because I can't show you the inside until tomorrow, but there's some really good stuff. But like I said, you should have it already. So I'm just going to move those down on the floor and we're going to go ahead and get started. The first project, I've got 3 different projects again. The first project is using a Sale-a-Bration stamp set. It is the Delicate Dahlias. Dahlias? I need Rory on that one to tell me for sure. Let's see, I need to get into the catalog here. This is one of the free items with a $100 order. Okay, and Tammy says, yay, glitter paper. There is some amazing glitter paper in the Sale-a-Bration catalog. It is phenomenal. This stamp set is one I kind of looked past at first, and then I saw this fabulous card by Lisa Freeman, a fellow demonstrator down in, I believe, North Carolina. And so I cased her card. I didn't read any directions or anything, so we will see how close it is that I actually came. Glenda, you're right. My fireplace background does look like the In Good Taste designer paper. I think of it every time I sit down in front of it. But that's a much prettier background than the rest of my craft room. So you guys will be happy that that's what I'm using. Okay, so we are going to start with a crumb cake base. Okay, and we are using crumb cake and Misty Moonlight inks. Okay, the feature project or product in this, besides the Delicate Dahlias designer paper or stamp set, is linen paper. This is from the annual catalog, and it really is like linen. It's a texture feel to it, okay? And it's adhesive backed, so it's really cool. This is the first time I've played with it, And this is where, I mean, I don't know if this is what Lisa used on her card. I just thought I wanted to give this a try. So again, it is in the annual catalog. So you can add a package to your Sale-a-Bration order to get the free items. It is page 136. There are two 12 by 12 sheets in a package for $6. Okay, so it's a little pricier, but it is amazing. Okay. So we're just going to start with our pieces. I am going to start first with the piece of linen, and it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I am going to pull in my stamping mat because it is a photopolymer stamp set. Okay, and so let's pull this back in here. This one comes with 2 different pieces, one with outlines and some fabulous words, and then one with insides, and again, some fabulous words. I'm using this big one, and then I'm using the words sending heartfelt sympathy. Okay, so I'm going to start with crumb cake, and we're just going to ink it up, and we're going to ink it several times. Okay. And then we're just going to stamp in the corner. And I'm probably going to get a little jiggly as I'm doing this. Okay, and then we're going to stamp a full one. And then another partial. Okay, and we're just going to fill in the rest of those areas with partials here. All right, and then I'm just going to stamp off. Let's see. Before I do anything else, I'm going to take, I use the Stitch So Sweetly die to die cut another piece of the linen. And then I am going to ink this up again. And I think I tried stamping off before and it really didn't work very good. So I'm just going to go full strength down on here. Okay, now I'm just going to stamp off on the paper. I'm going from a light ink to a dark ink. I am going to use the Misty Moonlight next. Okay, and I'm going to, while we've got the little label here, I'm going to use the Sending Heartfelt Sympathy. And we're going to ink that up with the Misty Moonlight. And then we are just going to stamp that right on there. Cheryl, that's exactly what I thought. It was just a gorgeous card. And so I'm like, nope, I'm not even going to try to change colors. I just think it's very pretty the way it is. Okay, now, here's where part of the fun is. And you're just going to peel that adhesive backing off. So basically, you have a piece of fabric with adhesive on the back of it already. And then you're just going to lay that right down onto your paper. It's all dry already. You don't have to worry about that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Okay, now we're going to take our card base and my bone folder. And let's give it a good crease there. Okay, and then again, on this one that we stamped, we are just going to peel the backing off from this. Come on. Okay. I found it easier just to take the whole piece off and not try to do a little bit at a time. It kind of went crooked on me when I was trying to do that. Okay, and then we are just going to line it up. We're going to scoot it a little bit. Robin, this is linen sheet, linen paper that's in the page 136 in the annual catalog. It's adhesive on one side and it is like paper or like fabric, I mean. And then you're just stamping right on it. And then, and I got a little wrinkle, but it pulls right back up. So Nancy, there's no worries to it. Isn't that fun? if I had, and this set doesn't have, and I didn't take the time to dig back through and find a splotchy, little dot stamp, but fill in some of those areas with some little dots on it too, would be beautiful. Okay, you guys are liking this stuff. Good job, Cheryl. Okay, now we have one more piece. And again, I am going to, let's clean some of that off because it really inked up. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to use Misty Moonlight ink. And we're going to stamp the flowers. Yeah, we're going to get a partial one there. Let's go there. Let's put a little piece there. I know, Sherry Webb, isn't it cool? I think I don't have enough. Yeah, I do. Maybe Monday or Wednesday night's club, I will do something with this again so that everybody can play with it. Okay. All right, let's clean that off again. The chamois, you guys know, works really, really well on the photopolymer stamps. And my stamp scrub pad is really dirty right now, so. Okay. Now I can get this out of the way. We're going to pull in a piece of Misty Moonlight. All right, and then peel again, peel that backing off. Let's do it this way. And, nope, this one goes even with the top and bottom. Isn't that just so pretty? All right, I'm going to do this as the top. No, I'm not. Okay, then I took two 12-inch pieces of linen thread, and I will confess this is the older style. I have not bought the new yet because I still had plenty, so I'm not sure how different it is than the current thread, but currently you get 5 different types of linen thread in the package for $11. So you get black and crumb cake, and there we go. Black and crumb cake and white and vanilla and gray granite. I just saw that, and that I'm really excited about. I can't wait to get a package of that and give that a try. All right. And so then I'm just tying a little bow, and then we're going to snip those ends off. And scoot it a little. All right. And then, of course, we are putting dimensionals on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you guys know me. Again, I like lots of them. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for joining us. Glenda, you're right. It is an item that does hide in the catalog, and that's partly why it's like, okay, I need to get this stuff out and use it myself so that I can share how amazing it is. All right, we're doing that, and then we're going to put the greeting on with dimensionals just on the right-hand side. And I'm going to use some Seal Plus. Chris from North Carolina, thanks for joining. All right, and then we're just going to put that on there. We're going to bling it up with a few little rhinestones. Not rhinestones, pearls. Okay, so we're just going to stick a couple of the smaller ones right into the flowers. Oops. Where'd that one go? Okay, and one up there. All right, I think that will work. And there is, and you know what? I forgot. I cleaned that. Let's dirty it again. I'm going to take this great big dahlia with some of the Misty Moonlight, and we're just going to stamp it off on our envelope. Wouldn't you like to get that in the mail? You know there's something good inside when you get it. All right, so let's put that away, and then let's put this away so that we can move on to our second project. Isn't that pretty? I just really liked how that card turned out. All right, so let me get those out of the way. And then, so we are going to move now into holiday. That one was that was the celebration. This next project is all holiday catalog. We are using the Cutest Halloween stamp set and the coordinating punch that is the pumpkin, the cat head, and the ghost. It'll punch all of that out. And then there is coordinating designer paper, and I kind of showed that a little bit last week, but there is 1, 2, 3, and then we go into some really fun prints, some fun little not creepy skulls. Look at how fun these guys are. And that punch will actually punch out those figures, and it'll punch out these ghosts. It doesn't do these, but it will do this one. And then this fun one. And then the back side of them are all black and whites. Okay, isn't that cool? All right, so let's put that back in there. This time we are using one of the mini jam jars. They just came back in stock. They are plastic, so you don't want to put hot things in it, but you can put candies and all kinds of little goodies and treats inside of those. So that's what we're going to use. Cheryl, I agree. With that linen paper and that dimensional stamp, that last one, it does look very three-dimensional. Okay, you guys know that I love boxes, right? Okay, and so, I'm not going to show you yet. Well, maybe I will. All right, so here's what we're doing. It's a little box to hold our mini jam jar that has a little belly band on it. And then you can, again, fill it. Orange jelly beans would be cute. Candy corn. I know most of you don't like candy corn, but I do. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And again, I will put dimensions on the video afterwards. But I started with a 5.5 by 6 3/4 inch piece. And then I did the score lines and I cut, because you know that's what you do to make a box. Okay, and then you're going to want strong adhesive. So I'm using the Seal Plus. You can use tear and tape. You can also use the green glue, Tombow glue. So what we're going to do is we are going to fold up the middle sections, and then we're going to fold these short little flaps, and we're going to adhere those, and then we're going to adhere like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on these strips. I'm starting with the small section, and then I'm going to go ahead on the back section, and I'm going to put adhesive there too. And again, you want a strong adhesive for this. Okay, so fold up the middle sections and then just line up. Oh, there we go. Line up that short little section. Okay, and then the back section just folds right over it. and right there. Okay. Now, my edges look different. So now you're going to take your snips or your big scissors and you're going to cut from this low corner to this back corner. Okay. Nothing fancy. You're just cutting that off. And then you're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Okay, so again, you're cutting from one corner to the other. And then look at, ta-da! Okay, now we've got to do the backing. So now I have a piece that is 2 1/4 by 9, and I scored it at 4 1/2. And so I am going to, again, use my strong adhesive. Cheryl, I did get a new watch and a fun band, and I did my nails for Summer Splash, so I have popsicles and drips on them. Okay, so we are putting adhesive on the black, and I'm just going to stick this inside my box. And again, I got a good shadow there, so it's hard to really show, but okay, now I've got adhesive there, but not down here. So I'm going to turn around and put adhesive on the bottom part of this. Tammy, this would be a good one for party or for wedding favors. You could easily make, how many? 220, 40 of these? Okay, and just like that, there's our little box. Decorate it for whatever holiday season. You could put bath salts for bridal shower inside of there. Okay, now we're going to decorate it so that it's pretty. So first we're going to use this fun paper and we're going to adhere it to pumpkin pie. And again, I have just my little 1/8 inch border, and then we're going to stick that onto the black back, the inside black, back black, whatever. Okay, and we're just sticking that right on there. Okay, and then we have another smaller piece of pumpkin pie and another little piece of designer paper. This time we're using the one, it's got fresh freesia or Highland heather and the ghosts, and then the front side is black and white that says boo in all different fonts. So we are just going to stick that onto there, and then we're going to stick that onto the front of our box right there. Okay. And then another of my favorite products in the holiday catalog is black and white gingham ribbon. It's 1/4 inch and it is super, super tieable. So we are going to wrap that around our box. And then we're just going to, you could tie it in a bow. I'm not going to. It's much easier just to tie it in a knot and you kind of get that fun look. Okay. So just like that, and then we're just going to trim up the ends, and there's that. Now we need to make our little jar look pretty too. So we are going to use the Treat Yourself out of the Cutest Halloween stamp set on a piece of pumpkin pie with memento. And we're just going to stamp that. Oh, well, that didn't work so well. Where's my mat? Apparently I had a little divot. And yeah, that ribbon is really pretty. You can, I almost took the pumpkin pie Stampin' Blend and colored it. Because again, just like some of the other ribbons, you can color it and make it any color just using the Stampin' Blends. Okay. All right. Let's get that out of the way. So then, uh-oh, I forgot my little strip. Here it is. Okay. Then I have a strip of basic black, and I'm just going to take my bone folder and kind of break down the fibers. I agree. I've been seeing a lot of recipes for pumpkin pie too. All right, and so then I'm going to put some adhesive on one end, and I'm going to wrap that black cardstock around it. And then over the seam, I'm going to take the black gingham and my mini glue dots. And we're going to put one on each end. And then I'm going to go right over that seam. And so we're just going to wrap the gingham ribbon around it. And then, and I did mine flat, but because it's curved, you know what? Let's do this. Let's break those fibers again. That will help it. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Seal Plus. And I'm just going to go right over the top of that seam. Just a sweet little tag. And then for the top of it, I used the layering circles, and I did a black one. So we are going to stick that down onto the lid. And then I used a piece of the designer paper to cut a little smaller circle. So we're going to stick that down. Okay, and then we're going to take our punch and a piece of the designer paper, and I want that pumpkin. So, and I should have grabbed a piece of scratch paper. Let's see what I have here in the garbage. All right. You guys know this trick, right? Put a little adhesive as a handle when you have a piece that's too short. And then just fit it into the punch. And punch. And there is our pumpkin. Let's get my garbage out of the way. And so then we're just going to attach the pumpkin onto the lid with dimensionals. Like that. And there is our little treat box. Now you could, and especially if it's a party favor or a bridal shower or something, you could put a piece of white over the top of this, and then you could print or whatever, write the little greeting, the thank you for coming, whatever, right on there too. Isn't that fun? I just love how that turned out. So cute and kind of a fancy with the little angle on it. All right, one more project to share with you. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way here. Okay, now we're splitting. We're doing a holiday stamp set and a Sale-a-Bration designer paper. Okay, and so here is the pretty Penguin Place designer paper. You can get the package of this 12 by 12 sheets for free with a $50 order. And I'm missing one of the prints, but look at how fun that is. You could cut those out, and then the opposite side is a plain one. There's a stripe. Look at how cute. And that one. And this with the fresh freesia, the little bears. And then the pretty trees. And then there's another one. And then this pretty with the fresh freesia. So I am missing one, and I believe we're using part of a sheet on this last project. Okay, so we are using, and this is out of the holiday catalog, They are called Ombre gift bags. Okay, there is 20 in a package, and I forgot to look to see how much they are, but they're like $8 or something, so it's really a good deal. And they are in this year's in colors. So we have Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, and Fresh Freesia. So put 4 cards in there, fold it over, put a fun little tag on it, and you've got a great gift for somebody. Whether it's holiday or not, they're just so, so pretty. And then we are also using these beautiful, sparkly Tammy snowflakes. And again, these are in the holiday catalog. They come a package of 24, and I think that's like $6. So you get a ton of these little things. And then we are using the Penguin Place stamp set and coordinating punch. Fun, fun, fun. You can stamp, you can punch out just the pieces out of cardstock and assemble them. So this is really, really fun. So what we are going to do, let's see, I need Fresh Freesia, I need Memento. Oh, and I bet I didn't put in a piece of basic white cardstock. Whoops. Okay, so do these fit on the treat box you just made? Does what fit on the treat box that we just made? Clarify a little bit, Tammy. The penguins? Yes, the penguins would fit onto, because that would be so cute to put a little penguin right here on the front of these in some of these pretty papers. Okay, so again, you just never know what I might come up with. All right, so this last project is a little gift card treat holder. Okay, there's your little card. You can write the greeting. It just slips right down in here. And then you could put a gift card and, of course, you know, a couple of Ghirardelli chocolates in there. Any kind of fun little treat. And so we are using the snowflakes. The snowflakes are a little bigger than what the box is. So let's pull one out. Did I already? For this project. No, I didn't. Okay, so let's just pull one out and then grab. Now it would fit on the back, and if you did it plain on the front, it would hang over a little bit, but you could put Max and I can't even think right now her name. I am so sorry. But right on there, that would be so pretty. The snowflake on here, I'm afraid would get damaged when you're opening it. Okay? All right, back to this project. So now we have our snowflake for it. Okay, so I have one of the ombre bags. I've scored it at 3 3/4. Okay, and then we are just going to fold it on the score line, so that the lighter is in the front. Hi, Helen. Okay, and then we're just going to score it good so that it all lays nice and flat. And then while we're here, we are going to use the Season's Greeting stamp from the Penguin Place. And we're just going to go ahead and stamp it like right there. Oh, booger. All right. Nope. Well, we will cut another piece to put over the top of that, but that's where it was supposed to be. How's that? Okay, and then we're going to take a piece of the Fresh Freesia ribbon, and we're just going to wrap it around. I'm into the ribbons tonight. Okay, and then we're just going to tie again into a knot, and then you know that we can just slide it over. Better late than never, Char. Okay, and then we're just going to trim those ends off. And you'll want to go back and rewatch the replay so that you can see the other fun projects and how we made those. Okay, so there's our ribbon. And then I'm going to take the snowflake and I'm just going to stick it right over the top of the ribbon. And I used a glue dot for that. Right in the center. If you don't want the glitter, you can turn it over and you have just solid white. But I think you want the shimmer. Okay. And so, like I said, we are just going to stick that right on there. And now, this is the other designer paper that I didn't have. Okay, it's got just the plain, not fancy penguin. And so, we are going to take our paper into the punch. And just like that, we have our fun little penguin. Cute. All right, I need to grab a scrap of basic white. Okay. All right, now we're going to make him a little fancier. We are going to take, in the stamp set, there is a scarf and a hat. Cheryl, I think that you can. I have not tried it yet. I'm guessing maybe on the shimmer side it might not show as well, but I will test that out and let you know. Okay, and so I'm stamping one hat and one scarf in Fresh Freesia. Unfortunately, the punch does not punch those out, but again, you know what I always say is these things are fast, easy cuts. Okay, and so we are just trimming around, leaving a little bit of white space. Get those little corners out. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what all we're doing for club this week because there's so many fun things. Okay, so there's his scarf. Look at how he's coming to life already. Okay, and then we're just going to cut the hat. All right, now let's get this garbage out of the way so that I don't get that all over. All right, the hat, I'm going to grab a glue dot and come off. Okay, and I'm just going to stick that on top of his head. And then, of course, we have dimensionals. So we're going to attach him to our snowflake right there. And then we're going to use glue dots again on the scarf. Okay. Look at how cute he is. All right. Then we're going to make, oops, I forgot. Out of the designer paper, I also cut a little tree. So let's stick him on, it on. I guess a tree isn't a him or a her, right? Okay, and we're just going to tuck this right under the edge of his arm. There we go. All right, and then I am going to, where's my Fresh Freesia? Right here. Okay, and I've got my snowflakes, and I'm just going to stamp a row of snowflakes at the top. And I have a strip of designer paper. We're going to go ahead and put that on the bottom of the basic white. Okay, so I'm giving you lots and lots of fun little products that you can add to your order to get up to $50. And then you could get a package of this beautiful paper, or add some more to it and get that wonderful Delicate Dahlia stamp set. Okay, and there is our little greeting card in there. And then finally, we need to add some bling. So we're using the In Color rhinestones. And I'm just picking up the Fresh Freesia ones. And we're going to add one there. And I will come back in and fix that Season's Greeting. I'll just put a piece over the top of it so that it still works. Let's see, I think we're going to put it up there. Okay, and ta-da! Now with this paper, then you could still cut out the fox and be able to add that on to a card. And since Cheryl asked, okay, so here is the snowflake paper. I've got my Balmy Blue Stampin' Blends, and so I can color, and then let's see. Okay, right now it's still wiping off, so let's turn it over onto the white side, and yeah, that is perfectly fine. Whoops, I'm not up on camera enough. Sorry about that. So yes, on the non-sparkly side, non-shimmer side, okay, and it's not rubbing off there now either. You just have to let it dry a little bit. So yes, you can color these snowflakes any color that you want to. Regular markers won't work. They won't dry on it. The Stampin' Blends will, because they're alcohol based. Okay, so let's clean up some of my disaster. Let's get the pretty one where the words didn't smear. So there's one project. And there's one project. I am out of camera tonight. There we go. And there's our final project with our fun little treat mini jam jar. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Use the fox on a car and say, for Foxy's sake, here is your gift. Love it. Okay, so hopefully you guys had a good time with this. Again, I will put some measurements on the video later, and so that you can make. Don't forget, again, Sale-a-Bration and the holiday catalog start tomorrow. Here is the current host code that I have going. And again, share so that everybody can see the fun that we have on Monday nights. And I will do a drawing again. Annie Rita won last week's drawing, so she's getting the card and the little treat box. And I will put together this little kit, and one lucky drawer will get that. Okay, so you guys have a great night. Happy stamping, and here we go, Sale-a-Bration. Thanks. Bye-bye.